Good morning, good morning. So I was just trying to reach out to y'all this morning as I make this early commute to work, whatever. I want to ask you, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to get where you want to be at? You know, a lot of times we don't want to give up the normal things that make us comfortable, the normal things that are in our everyday lives in order to give up where we need to be at. And it's a lot of things, you know. Some people think when they think sacrifice, they think Illuminati, you got to sacrifice a family member, but that's not necessarily the case. A lot of these people that are successful that you see on a day-to-day sacrificed a lot of things that the average person wouldn't sacrifice. And what I mean by that is you look at sleep. Hell, I know some people that it was so destined for them to get it, they had to sacrifice meals. The meals because they either had to pay the gas or they had to pay to eat. And so some people, they gonna eat before they pay the gas. Now me personally, if I got $10, hell, I'll at least go to the dollar menu. You sacrifice 3 and the other 7 of gas, but to each his own. But they sacrificed everything they had in order to get it. I heard one story, one guy, he had a gym membership. And what he did, I think he needed $2,000. He chose to be homeless, live out of the gym, live out of his car. He would go take a shower in the gym. If he needed to iron his clothes, he would do it out of the gym. And in 2 months, he was able to come up with the initial investment he needed in order to buy a rental property. And that little sacrifice, what he did was that rental property gave him enough money to pay for rent in his next apartment. So that money that he was normally paying on rent, he was putting back, but he took that it was just a 2-month sacrifice. And so it's little things like that that can catapult you to that next level. So always ask yourself, what were you willing to sacrifice? You know, my biggest philosophy, one of my biggest philosophies is to be the best. Sacrifices have to be made. You know, some people, I heard Future one time say that he sacrificed love in order to get where he's at. You know, I never want you to use nobody, hurt nobody to get to where you need to be at, but the necessary things that you can sacrifice, I do want you to take advantage of those and do without them. You know, you don't have to have a new car. If your car is paid for, think about that. That's a car note coming or staying in your bank account each month. If you have a home, you know, the average millionaire, I'll tell you this too, the average millionaire drives the car for 7 years. I'm not talking about these entertainers you see with these nice cars. I'm saying the average millionaire, I work in finance, the average millionaire drives their car for 7 years. They pay it off within 3 to 4 years. So what does that tell you? The rest of the years, they're just profiting or keeping that money in the bank before they decide to buy a new car. And half of the time, the reason why they're buying a new car is because they're either giving the car to one of their kids to drive, or they just want to have an extra car in case, you know, something breaks down. But literally, 7 to 10 years is typically the average lifetime a millionaire drives their car for. So keep that in mind. Like I said, that's just my food for the thought today. I hope you guys go out and get it. I hope you're willing to make your sacrifice. Holla back.